KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Happy Friday. It is
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Raising the roof in here. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for joining us right now. We're coming up on 9 o'clock. Let's take a live look out at the city right now.
Yeah, it is happy Friday, and 80 degrees, not too bad because we can handle anything on a Friday.
Hey,
Justin.
right, Justin?
We can.
We got this, man.
I'm feeling good about it. It looks nice outside. If only it felt nice outside. And I feel like I should join in.
Hey,
this
right.
is the correct motion.
I love it.
Friday.
Loosen up the shoulders a little bit. All right, let's take a look at what we got going on in the month of August. We've strung together, I should say, 5 days of 100-degree weather or above. Yesterday we were at 102, and tonight we're expecting to be around 101. So we'll make it 6, probably 7 and 8 as we get into the weekend, and probably 9 and 10 as we get into early next week. More triple digits are on the way. We're in quite the stretch of heat here. 101 is what we're forecasting this afternoon. It'll be 105 in Del Rio, 102 in Uvalde, 105 in Carrizo Springs. Very similar to yesterday. We got that big concert tonight. If you didn't see this, I posted it. It was my weak attempt at some humor or puns, but here we go. The Heat is being a joker at 6 o'clock. That, of course, is reference to Steve Miller Band. Drink lots of water to avoid hysteria.
Def Leppard, 95 at 8 p.m. And then, of course, at 10 p.m. when the concert is winding down. Journey.
Daphne, you want to sing it for me?
Journey.
Don't stop. No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, that was good, though.
We get some copyright issues over here.
Will happen. 89. Of course, it will be busy around the Alamo Dome. Make sure you plan ahead there because traffic will be crowded around the dome tonight, guys.
Very well done, Justin.
Thank you.
Let's get out there with TransGuide. Yeah, be careful this evening. Probably a lot of traffic this evening. Right now, though, looking awesome there at I-10 at West Avenue and I-35 at I-37. Things are moving as well. I'm taking a sneak peek here at our TxDOT website, and it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot going on. Looks like there might be some road debris over at Highway 90 at Southwest 36th Street, but looks to be minor. So not too big of an issue this morning. And a reminder, TxDOT is letting us know that there will be closures on Loop 1604 and I-10. However, we have some good news this weekend. It's that it's not going to be too disruptive this time around. They're going to be shutting down the interchange tonight, starting around 10 p.m. And they're going to open it back up already around 6 a.m. on Saturday morning.
All right, switching gears with a breaking news update. We got a woman who was stabbed to death at a Southside home last Tuesday, now being identified as 41-year-old Stephanie Angelita Mendoza. San Antonio police found her with multiple stab wounds during a welfare check in the 100 block of Division Avenue and South Flores Street. Officials say that she went to the house alone and nobody had heard from her for several hours. Inside the home, though, police also found 52-year-old James Mendoza, who was charged with murder with self-inflicted gunshot wounds to both his chest and wrists. The motive for the stabbing remains unclear.
And let's look at today's 9 at 9. Vice President Kamala Harris unveiled her economic agenda platform while on the campaign trail in North Carolina. The campaign saying her plan will include $25,000 in down payment assistance for first-time homebuyers, a call to build 3 million new housing units, and a first-of-its-kind ban on corporate price gouging on groceries. The focus on the economy comes as Harris and President Biden ride a wave of positive economic news with inflation falling below 3%.
Newly announced price drops on 10 Medicare drugs could be just the start of more affordable prescriptions. The drugs are for conditions like diabetes, heart failure, and cancer. The Biden administration says the new prices will save seniors $1.5 billion. Drug companies are suing over the effort, though, and pundits have varying opinions on them. The costs are set to come down in 2026.
The Commerce Department says retail sales jumped in July by 1% compared to June. That is the strongest number in a year and a half, with increased sales at car dealers, electronic stores, and grocery stores leading the way. All that shopping also helped fuel some shopping at the stock markets. Thursday, the Nasdaq closed the day up more than 2.3%. The S&P gained 1.6% by the closing bell, and the Dow finished nearly 1.4% higher.
The Secret Service is planning to start putting former President Donald Trump behind bulletproof glass at campaign rallies. It's something that's commonly done for current presidents. An official says that the Secret Service is also planning to increase the number of agents and implement unknown technological changes. This all comes a month after an assassination attempt on Trump in Pennsylvania.
The Los Angeles Police Department has arrested 4 male suspects in the tragic death of actor Johnny Wachter. According to the LAPD, the former General Hospital actor was killed when he interrupted a catalytic converter theft. 3 18-year-old men were booked on suspicion of murder. A 22-year-old man was booked on suspicion of being an accessory. Wachter's mother said the arrests are a huge relief.
The investigation of actor Matthew Perry's death has resulted in charges against 5 people. Perry died last year after an overdose of the powerful drug ketamine. At the center of the case is Dr. Salvador Plasencia, who provided Perry with the drug. Also charged is an alleged drug trafficker. Prosecutors also say Perry's assistant injected him with ketamine in the days leading up to the death. If convicted, both the trafficker and Plasencia face life in prison. Perry's assistants and 2 other suspects have pleaded guilty and are facing shorter prison sentences.
Google has unveiled its latest AI image generator. Imagen 3 is now available to U.S. users, allowing them to create high-quality AI images. It offers improved detail and lighting, but there are restrictions on generating images of public figures and weapons.
Scientists may have solved the mystery of where an iconic stone used to build Stonehenge came from. But according to new research, the altar stone was likely transported to England from Scotland nearly 5,000 years ago. That means that the massive 6-ton boulder traveled more than 435 miles.
The jersey that Babe Ruth wore when he hit one of baseball's most famous home runs could sell for $30 million this month. Ruth was wearing his road gray number 3 jersey when he played against the Chicago Cubs in the 1932 World Series. He appeared to gesture towards something in center field just before hitting a 5th-inning home run into the bleachers. It became known as the called shot, but specifically where Ruth was actually pointing has been contested over the years. The auction is set for next weekend. And that's today's 9 at 9. Well, it's a story that has been trending on KSAT.com all night. We are learning more about the mother and stepfather who were arrested earlier this week in connection to the death of their 12-year-old daughter.
Our Devin Karp is following the situation and has the latest for us this morning. Devin.
Good morning. We've learned that this isn't the first time that the mother and stepfather have run in with the law. Records from the Atascosa County Sheriff's Office show that they visited their homes at least 3 times. A home where 12-year-old Miranda Sips was injured last week. She died on Monday. Now, in March, deputies were called to the home for a welfare check after a female was seen with scratches. And then in November, the Jordanton Elementary School called CPS to report marks on a child. On Monday, the girl's mother, Denise Balbaneda, and stepfather, Gerald Gonzalez, were charged with injury to a child by omission. And we're learning that Jordanton ISD says they are providing resources to students and staff to help cope with the little girl's death. Back to you.
Well, in just 15 days, 3 people have died inside the Bexar County Jail. As a reminder, the jail is a holding space for people charged with a crime but not yet convicted. So this year, there have been 7 total deaths inside the Bexar County Adult Detention Center, and that number is currently down from 18 in 2023. A statement from Sheriff Javier Salazar reads that reducing the jail deaths has been a top priority for us. He says new protocols, including quick response times to medical emergencies, are the reason that jail death numbers are down. But families of inmates say their loved ones fear more than just medical emergencies.
Stuff has happened that's escalated with a guard pushing or actually hitting him. I think that they need to get stricter and they need to start reviewing tapes because I know that they have to be recording at all times. So I think it's time to start cracking down and watching the tapes.
The conditions are kind of bad. No food and not enough space for everybody. So maybe there's time to look into something and they could change for the people that are incarcerated.
Well, the Texas Rangers and Bexar County Constables Precinct 2 are investigating both of the deaths that happened this week.
This morning, neighbors of a man accused of shooting and killing at least 2 innocent dogs are talking more about the incident. Earlier this week, San Antonio police and SWAT officers surrounded this apartment complex on Wakefield Drive, trying to get to the suspect, who hasn't been identified today yet. But before they could reach him, they say that he shot himself. Neighbors tell us that the man is the last person they'd expect of abusing an animal.
He didn't seem like he was like that kind of person to me. He was like, he kept quiet.
Suspect who shot himself was rushed to the hospital. At last check, he is still in critical condition.
Well, it is a budget of nearly $4 billion and the largest the city of San Antonio has ever seen. It's also the first time in several years that the city has had to make some cuts. So city staff just presented the first draft of the budget at City Council. The final version is expected to be voted on September 19th. Now, that budget calls for more police officers, more money for street maintenance, more homeless camp cleanups, and staffing for new spay and neuter clinics. Right now on KSAT.com, we go into greater detail about what else the city budget would be used for.
All right, now it is 9:08 on a Friday. Temperature outside looking at 83 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, they're only 12, but they are representing South Texas and the Lone Star State at the Little League World Series. We're going to have the latest on the Bernie Little League big game yesterday in just a bit.
And our fluctuating temperatures making you unsure of when to water those plants. Coming up, our Sarah Acosta tells us when to water for the best result.
Welcome back. It's 9:12. Well, we were so spoiled in July with the lower temperatures and a lot of good rain. So everything got really lush outside. But now the triple digits are back with little rain in sight in the 7-day forecast.
But in this gardening with KSAT, Sarah Acosta shows us when you should be watering your plants for them to survive this August and how much.
Triple digits got my plants like, help me, the thirst is real. Much better. And we have about a month and a half left of this intense heat, but this is how you're going to get your plants through it. Currently in the stage 3 watering restrictions we're in with SAWS, hand watering is allowed any time of day, but let's make it count by watering either before 10 a.m. or after 7 p.m. That way the water is not drying up on your soil from the heat, and you don't run the risk of burning the leaves of your plants. And Mr. Toad, he loves it when I hand water. My plants that are in the full sun, I'm watering every 2 to 3 days. My plants that are in the shade get watered once a week, maybe twice a week if it's really hot. And when I do hand water, I water deeply, pointing the nozzle at the roots for 20 to 30 seconds on each plant until it forms a good puddle around it. And as for your non-native grasses, no matter the amount of hand watering you do, with this heat and little rain in sight, it's a losing battle. Check KSAT's gardening section, where I talk about native ground cover options like frog fruit that can survive the heat and drought. If you have a question about a certain plant when it comes to watering, for example, these rose bushes need deep watering about once a week, my friends at Rainbow Gardens are super helpful. Happy gardening! I'm Sarah Acosta, KSAT 12 News.
You know, it is so satisfying to watch a plant drink. Have you ever just paid attention to a plant? I know that, yes, I got time on my schedule. So, yeah, I watch a plant just actively drink when the puddle starts around it, and then it just slowly goes down.
Yeah, you can.
And it starts standing
right.
up.
You can imagine that they're saying thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very happy.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it immediately, but there was one plant, that we had, RIP, but while it was thriving, we would water it, and then maybe a couple hours later, oh wow, it's looking much better. Yeah.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
You watered it every 3 weeks or every.
Well, my husband helped me out. I forget
Lord
sometimes.
bless it.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. To keep the plant life alive with the way the weather is, the way this heat is. And we're going to see more of this heat coming up. It's you're going to have to do some more of that hand watering like Sarah was showing you. Hey, we're going to start off with a birthday shout out today. This is 7th birthday to whoever wrote this in, their only granddaughter. And
hey, happy birthday to you.
Nice.
Hey.
Yes. Love that. That's coming out of Atkins. So happy birthday to you. And we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Looks like you got some good food there, too, for your birthday. All right. Let's take a look at the 100-degree days. We had 19 so far this year. And we're going to continue to add to that, I'm afraid. Tomorrow will probably be 21 or 20, and then Sunday will be, well, no, tomorrow will be 21 because today will be 20, and then Sunday will be 22. So we just keep adding these days up. Heat index will be anywhere from 105 to maybe 106 in some cases over the weekend. So the weekend is status quo. So what's going to change? When are we going to finally see some relief? Here's when I think we might see some changes finally. Our high pressure is still very much in control through the weekend. That's why you're going to see those triple digits even into early next week. In fact, it grows and strengthens just a little bit by Monday. But by the end of next week, it takes on a little bit of a different shape. Moves out to the west, kind of gets stretched out a little bit, and we start to see an area of low pressure develop off to our east. This is going to work in our direction. Now, the computer models, or at least one of them, has been pretty consistent on bringing this in maybe Friday into Saturday of next week. So we're still a week away from this, and this can change. That's just the way it goes with models. But I'm encouraged that maybe we'll get something. And I did add in a rain chance on Thursday. Right now, 20%. We'll see how this all plays out. Also, some cooler temperatures, I think, would be in the offing, too, if this does indeed play out the way it looks like it might. Outside right now, it is warm, 83, 85 in New Braunfels, 84 Converse, 79 for Bernie and Kerrville. And here's the setup. This is the upper level wind. So we got our ridge of high pressure still pretty close to Texas, and that is keeping things hot and dry. But big area of low pressure up here across parts of Minnesota and parts of Michigan. That's where you got rain, cooler temperatures. There's a frontal boundary that will not make it into Texas, but it is advancing off to the east, and that's producing rain there too. Out ahead of that, you got the heat alerts and the excessive heat warning. So here in Texas and the deep south, we're baking, and we've got excessive heat warning stretching from Little Rock down to roughly Shreveport over to Dallas, Oklahoma City, and that's where you're going to have heat indices potentially 110 plus. Places like Tyler, Houston, Texarkana, we'll see heat indices up above that 110 degree mark. Even Corpus Christi and Brownsville probably in that range too. A little better here. Again, heat index today 104, 105, but it's still brutal. No matter where you go in the state of Texas, you got heat indices that are going to top 100. So it's a rough day for the state. But as we said, hopefully some relief down the line. 97 degrees at 2 p.m., 101 at 4 o'clock, 101 at 5 o'clock. 6 p.m. still feels like 104 at that point. And the extended forecast, 101 Saturday, 101 Sunday. And yeah, triple digits to start next week, but there's that small rain chance, 20%. And yeah, we lowered temperatures from 103 to 100. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe it gets better after
Less
that.
sizzly.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Good way to put it.
Time now is 9:18. We're looking at 83 degrees outside.
We're looking for some thrills to kick off your weekend. Well, Ivan Herrera is going to tell us why a trip to SeaWorld may be your best bet. Welcome back. It's 9:21. Well, the Pokemon World Championships are taking place this weekend. It's a massive festival where players of one of the world's most popular card games come together and battle it out to see who's the very best.
Rick Demagella has the story and more from the world of video games in our Game On segment.
Welcome to the Pokemon World Championships.
This year's Pokemon World Championships are happening this weekend. The in-person event featuring competition across multiple games takes place in Honolulu, Hawaii, but far-flung fans can watch live via live stream on the official Pokemon Twitch and YouTube channels.
You say my name?
No.
Was it you?
This won't end well, I'm afraid.
Well, someone said his name. Here is your first look at Beetlejuice in Multiverses. The stylized version of the big screen character is the latest to join the ranks of the free-to-play fighter. Beetlejuice arrives in-game August 20th.
Everyone is dead. And soon, that number is going to include me.
In space, no one can hear you scream, but in a VR helmet, that's another story. Set in the Alien universe, Alien Rogue Incursion puts players front and center against the Xenomorphs. The game arrives December 19th for PlayStation VR 2, PC VR via Steam, and MetaQuest 3. Leveling up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Jobless claims are down for another week, and homeowners are refinancing their mortgages, and it's National Roller Coaster Day.
Very excited about that. Digital journalist Ivan Herrera is here with their consumer headlines to tell us all about it. Good morning.
Yes, guys, roller coasters galore. I'm going to talk about that a little bit, but let's get started with some of your consumer headlines for today. And where is okay, guys, sorry here. The U.S. Labor Department says jobless claims fell last week for the second week in a row, and with an estimated 227,000 new claims, which is 7,000 less than the week before. Those jobless claims are an important indicator of layoff activity in the U.S. Unemployment claims still remain below historical averages despite trending higher recently. And just to give you a better picture, weekly jobless claims averaged 311,000 in the decade before the COVID-19 pandemic. And homeowners are rushing to refinance their mortgages with standard 30-year fixed rate mortgage now at 6.49%. Finance company Freddie Mac said that mortgage applications surged 17% last week, driven by those looking to refinance, which was up 35% according to the Mortgage Bankers Association. Freddie Mac says mortgage rates fell last week to their lowest level in more than a year. Now, borrowing costs are expected to fall further if the Federal Reserve decides to cut interest rates at its meeting next month. However, it's unclear if they will fall below 6%. And if you still want to squeeze in a little bit more summer fun, today is National Roller Coaster Day. Edwin Prescott is credited with the introducing of the first vertical loop roller coaster in August 16th, 1898. Kind of a long time ago. Wow. However, roller coasters are documented to have existed as early as the 17th century in St. Petersburg, Russia. Wow. And here at home, we have Six Flags and SeaWorld, so we're pretty fortunate to have a lot of roller coasters to choose from. In fact, SeaWorld is celebrating National Roller Coaster Day with a roller coaster challenge to ride all 7 of their roller coasters, and you get $10 in Sea-Bucks, which you can use at their snack stands.
Oh, nice.
We could totally do that challenge.
It's a lot of fun. I don't think I can do it, but maybe I'll watch you. It's making me queasy just thinking about it.
I didn't realize they had 7. I knew there were a lot over the years. Oh, wow.
They have quite a few.
Full honesty right here, I don't think I would have trusted any roller coaster before 1900. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, what y'all were holding on to some sticks and glue, but either way, I think roller coasters are very fun. I only trust the ones that strap over you, though, to be honest. That's where I feel safer.
Extra security.
Exactly, exactly. And our digital trainee, Andrea Moreno, has put together a great things to do newsletter. So all your weekend happenings, you can find that on KSAT.com right now, or you can get a weekly fix. Sign up on KSAT.com/newsletters. And get this, I also do a 12 on your side weekly update that comes out on Mondays. Sign up for that so you guys don't miss any of these consumer headlines. And of course, make sure you share your picks if you're going to any of the concerts tonight or just anything over the weekend. Share your picks on KSAT Connect with us. We'd love to see them, guys.
Yes, and then we'll share them too.
Yes, thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Ivan.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks. Time now 9:27 and 83 degrees for now. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including our Bernie boys, the Bernie Little League team making an explosive entrance into the Little League World Series. We're going to recap their first showing and how the community is rallying around them next.
And learning the tricks of the trade behind the wheel of a bus. Coming up, RJ Marquez gets to ride along with one of the best bus drivers from Northeast ISD.
Welcome back. We are dealing with some warm weather already. Temperatures making their way up into the low 80s. And as you might have guessed, it will be near 100 again this afternoon. Let's start with the visible satellite picture. I'll show you that we got some clouds off to the east of San Antonio, none of which contain any rain until you get down really close to the coast there. There are a few showers south of Houston, but we are not expecting any rain today. And those clouds will again thin out and we'll see a lot of sun. The heat index has now jumped up to 90. That's what it feels like when you have the humidity factored into these temperatures that we're dealing with. And by this afternoon, that heat index will be somewhere around 105, I think. 97 at 2 o'clock, 101 at 5 p.m. You got dinner plans. It's still going to be 95 and mostly sunny at that point. More triple digits over the weekend. But as we've been talking about, maybe, just maybe, some relief late next week. We'll discuss coming up in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. While students return to the classroom, we want to tell you about a new statewide system that tracks and monitors security checks at local schools. It's called Sentinel, and it's a uniform system schools use to report and store their safety and security checks and assessments. Well, KSAT reached out to 18 school districts across the San Antonio area to see if they set up accounts. Well, 5 said they were set up on the system, like Northeast ISD and Alamo Heights ISD, while others say they're waiting for more information before they activate their portals. Well, Sentinel is available to all schools in Texas for free. Families and students do not have access to this portal.
All right, got to remind you again, you need to tune into GMSA every morning for all of your back to school coverage on Monday. And of course, we'll be live from Northside ISD and Southwest ISD for another special edition of Good Morning San Antonio. Got lots of special stories planned for that day. And Somerset ISD is also returning to the classroom as well on Monday.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
And don't forget, we are continuing our Educator of the Month nominations for this school year. Each month, one special educator will be recognized for the work he or she does and will receive a $500 Visa gift card from First Mark Credit Union.
Again, always remember that it's not just for teachers. It could be bus drivers that made a difference, custodian workers, cafeteria workers, you name them. If they're making a difference at your school, scan that QR code right now on your screen. Nominate your favorite educator for a chance to win right now. Northeast ISD already back in the classroom for the new school year, and the bus drivers are hitting the streets every day to get the kids to and from school.
Well, earlier this week, we introduced you to Phil Purvis, the reigning Texas School Bus Rodeo champion, and he put RJ Marcus to the test and let him test drive a school bus.
So are you ready for your first day of school?
Ready.
It's not every day that you get to ride with the best school bus driver in the state, but I got behind the wheel with any ISD bus driver, Phil Purvis.
Let's get that seatbelt on. Put your foot on the brake and give me a full up turn to the left before you roll.
Full turn to the left.
Hand over hand. Keep going.
And Phil showed me what it takes to be the best.
Oh my Lord. Now put it in drive, if you will. Turn full lock the other direction to the right. Turn left. You're going to do a U-turn. Spin that wheel like you need it.
We started with straight line driving and turning in between cones. I gotta tell you, this bus felt like a spaceship.
Keep in mind, any adjustments you make here are baby adjustments. Don't be perfect.
Shocked that I made it through. Now it's time to reverse in an alleyway and not run into any cones. This was not an easy thing to do.
On a full lock turn to the left. See that first cone outside ice? Right there. Almost there. Keep going. And don't stop. Okay, you went past the big one.
First time for everything. No deductions. I have not taken a driving test since I was 16 years old. Oof, that was a tough one. Oh wait, we're not done?
Stop right there. Stop. See your backfire?
Time for the dreaded parallel parking test.
Got 2 full turns. 1, 2. You got straight tires. I like what you were doing there. Slow down. Perfect.
Perfect? Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I survived the course and avoided all cones, all thanks to Phil's coaching. More difficult than what I expected, but yeah. No, great teaching here. Phil, Northeast ISD, this is the man right here. Thank you, sir.
Good job, RJ.
Right? Very impressive. Like, I get very paranoid about large items, like large vehicles.
Yes.
Like, I cannot do it. I bet I'll hit every cone.
Can you imagine? I know. He even said, like, oh, it feels like a spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that as well. But no, I'm so glad that it was RJ doing this story and not me. They would have been like, oh my gosh, you hit a cone, another cone.
Okay, so now we need to actually get her on that now. We need to get her driving a bus. I want to see it.
Get me a little smart car or something. Something that I have control of.
Time now is 9:35, 83 degrees outside. You're watching GMSA at 9.
Well, the boys from Bernie making an amazing start in the Little League World Series. Coming up, we're going to show you how they did and how the community is backing them up.
And now, live out at the city at 9:36. If you guys are on your way to road or to work, wherever you're going, man, if you got us potted up and you're doing the right thing, thanks so much for watching us at GMSA at 9.
Welcome back. It's 9:39. Well, day 2 of the Little League World Series was capped off last night with Bernie taking on Newtown, Pennsylvania.
Had to rock the dress in honor for him, and the Little Leaguers from Bernie dominated thanks to the long ball. Now, top of the 4th happened. Starting pitcher Caden Guffey hits a rocket to the left field. Solo shot, and it's 3-0 Bernie, and they're not done yet. Top of the 5th inning now. Bases loaded for Cole Newsom, and he empties the bases with a grand slam to the left center field, and Bernie leads 8-0. But get this, that's not it. Later in the 5th, Doc Mockford adds one more with a big fly to the left field. It's fair. It's gone. Our boys did it.
They did it. So Bernie rolls 9-0, and relief pitcher Julian Hurst had 10 strikeouts in 4 innings. Now Bernie will not play again until Monday night versus the winner of Northwest Southeast. Good job out there, Bernie.
So exciting, man. I was just like, yes,
and I love your read.
Do it.
Needless to say, the team is making their community very proud.
And last night, their fans were out partying, having fun, watching the big game, and our very own John Paul Barajas was at one of the many local watch parties.
It's a full house with a watch party in full swing. Everyone at Free Roam Brewing Company with eyes on ESPN as they watch Bernie Little League Baseball play in their first Little League World Series in Williamsport.
There is a saying going around, not just in Pennsylvania with the team, but right here in Bernie. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. There's hashtag Bernie versus the world, baby. We're here to cheer him on, and hashtag Bernie versus the world, baby. Woo!
That might be the saying, but the team in the big game isn't just repping the city of Bernie. They have Southwest written across their chests, suiting up for the entire region and the U.S.
We're proud that they have a chance to showcase their hard work and talent that they've been perfecting over the summer, and we're proud of them to represent our city, our community, state, and region. Let's go Bernie.
With every hit, striking out, those in attendance were on their feet, cheering and yelling. And the boys definitely gave them a lot to be excited about.
This team is complete from the top to the bottom. They've got great pitching. They play really good defense. Their fielding's fantastic.
I was throwing one with them on the media day, and one of them threw a fastball into my hand. I thought it was broken. Man, if I'm going to be real honest. So these kids are awesome.
The team's performance leaving everyone with a smile, but probably none bigger than...
We're going to talk to a proud grandfather right here. You got some blood playing in this game right now.
Yes, sir. My grandson plays second base for Bernie Southwest. I'm extremely proud. Just want to give a little shout out. Win, Bernie, win!
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Win, Bernie, win!
I know, very excited for them. And also an exciting time for Spurs fans. The Silver and Black officially unveiling their schedule for the upcoming season.
And this year, the Spurs will get a little more national attention with 14 games broadcast from coast to coast. Spurs will be taking on New York Knicks on Christmas Day, and then the Indiana Pacers in Paris on January the 25th.
And so now we want to hear from you. We are asking you, how far do you think the Spurs will make it this year? So that's our latest question right now on KSAT.com.
Okay, so we got some new answers coming in from what they were earlier this morning. So still same round. Most people think they're going to make it to the first round with 39%. Some will think they missed the playoffs with 30%. But get this, if you're in that 14% with me, I'm just a positive person, okay? I say they go all the way to the NBA Finals.
I'm with you on that.
Hey,
one.
let's go.
Yeah.
Add to the percentage. Justin, you were also in that positive state too,
I
right?
said conference finals.
Okay, hey, either way, he's in that 5%.
Where's the percentage for Shock the World?
I was wondering about that. We could just add that in. Let's go ahead and add right there. Shock the world.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm with you on that one.
Wishing them the best of luck for sure.
Yes, go Spurs, go. Looking forward to a great season.
All right, let's get to our exciting Zoo Cam. Let's see what we got today. What episode are we watching today? Oh, we watching an episode of just swimming.
Just calm.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody
like,
peaceful.
Are any of our flamingos wearing Spurs jerseys yet?
Do they do that?
No, I wish.
Oh, I was gonna say, that would be something I would like to watch too.
Yes, that would be awesome. But it is a nice day. Well, it's a nice morning to go to the zoo, and if you go later in the day, take your umbrella, and then also lots of water.
And listen, I'm not encouraging violence, but it is pretty exciting when they are, going at
they
each
got like
other.
some type of little argument that we can see.
That was earlier this week. Wait a minute.
That's a buzzer.
If we stay here long enough, maybe.
Yo, Peter is actually going to probably call us and be like, you have got to stop. We can't keep encouraging this.
Stop instigating the flamingos. Yeah.
Yes. It's good TV. What can you say?
It was fun.
Let's take a look at the tropical satellite, guys. We've got Ernesto out there in the Atlantic. it is making a beeline for Bermuda. This is really, other than Puerto Rico, where it did do some damage, some wind and some flooding damage there, this has really been a non-issue. But Bermuda is going to almost take a direct hit from this, I think. By the way, it doesn't look that great. Its satellite presentation this morning, but it does have winds of 100 miles per hour, so it is packing a punch, moving north-northeast at about 14 miles per hour. And the latest thinking is that it actually does weaken some, and this is a good thing. If you remember, by the way, this is a brand new update that just came in. It's showing that it probably weakens to Category 1 hurricane. And earlier it was forecasting winds to be about 100 miles per hour there in Bermuda, now 85. So it's a little bit better over the weekend for the folks that live there. And then it will weaken as it moves north and probably become extratropical as it moves into the colder waters of the North Atlantic. Let's take a look at one of our computer models, and it's there's the little island of Bermuda right there, and it's going to be just outside the eye wall, according to this particular model at least. So that would imply that we get some pretty harsh conditions there, but as I said, maybe not as strong as we once thought. And that certainly is not a bad thing. And then that moves up towards Canada, again becomes rain and wind maker, but not necessarily tropical once it gets up into those cold waters. Outside right now in San Antonio, we've got blue skies, 83, 85 in New Braunfels. The temperature is jumping up quickly there. 84 Converse, low 80s for Bernie and Kerrville. And we've got a southerly wind at about 9 miles per hour. The heat index has been steadily jumping up too. If you remember when we started the show, the heat index was 89. Now it is 92. And it will probably be in the mid-90s by the time we get into the next couple of hours. So just know the heat index is going to be a problem today. Like the last really 5 days, the heat index is going to be up near 105 this afternoon. We think the air temperature, the actual high temperature, will be around 101. We got 102 yesterday, but I think 101 today. 102 Pleasanton, 104 in Cotulla, around 103 in Eagle Pass, and 105 for our friends out in Del Rio. If you're planning out your weekend, well, it's just a carbon copy of what we're going to see today. 101 Saturday, 101 Sunday. Not much change. Okay, so what does change? When are we going to get some relief? That's what everyone really wants to know, right? High pressure is still very much in control this weekend, early next week. It wobbles around, but it's strong and it covers a lot of real estate. Now, as it starts to, as we get into the latter part of next week, it starts to weaken some and stretch out some, and it's just not as dominant as it once was. And then we got an area of low pressure that develops off to our east. This, by all accounts, will roll into the area, we think, not this weekend, but next weekend. Now, things can change between now and then because that's pretty far out for these computer models to really get a great handle on, but it's something to look forward to perhaps. And for that reason, we could see showers as early as Thursday, so I'll put in a 20% chance there. Before we get there, though, the heat is going to be pretty impressive. 101 Sunday, 102 Monday, 102 Tuesday, 103 on Wednesday. These are not records. They're above average, but not records. But it's still rough nonetheless to be outside. I feel for all the football players, the band members that are out practicing on this stuff, even PE. If you go outside and play kickball or whatever, it's hot.
ROTC, like all that stuff.
That
so
too,
you gotta stay hydrated if you're going outside because the oven is on.
It is.
Hopefully there's early morning practices for those kiddos.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Justin.
It is 9:48 right now. We got 83 degrees outside right as we speak.
Well, your dental floss may be keeping your teeth clean. However, some brands have some harmful chemicals that you may not want anywhere near your pearly whites. Well, Ivan Herrera is going to tell us what to look out for next. Welcome back. It's 9:51. Well, do you know what's in your dental floss? Surprisingly, some brands of floss contain so-called forever chemicals or PFAS.
Now, digital journalist Ivan Herrera tells us what brands contain chemicals that you may not want in your mouth.
As kids brush their teeth this morning, a new report found some surprising and potentially harmful chemicals in popular floss brands.
Even if we don't follow it, we all know the advice from dentists.
Flossing is the game changer. Flossing makes a huge amount of difference in the mouth.
That advice isn't changing, but the findings from a Consumer Reports analysis of what's in your dental floss might have you thinking twice about the type of floss that you're using.
Some dental flosses use PFAS chemicals for a smoother glide. However, these forever chemicals have been linked to various health problems and environmental concerns. Some flosses also contain undisclosed flavors and are made of plastic.
CR and MadeSafe, a nonprofit focused on product safety and sustainability, recently analyzed ingredients in a variety of flosses. 10 flosses either failed to disclose their ingredients contained PFAS or included other components linked to health concerns, posing higher risks to consumers. 3 flosses stood out as favorites because they contain safer and more sustainable ingredients. While companies aren't required to disclose all ingredients in dental floss, Tom's of Maine, Dental Lace, Cocoa Floss, and Nudge provided CR with a complete list of ingredients and confirmed they don't intentionally add PFAS to their products. Procter & Gamble, makers of Oral-B Glide, confirmed that their floss contains PTFE, a type of PFAS, citing its performance benefits. However, they maintain it's safe and free of certain phased-out PFAS. The Humble Co. provided partial information confirming PFAS-free status, but giving incomplete flavor details. The other companies did not respond to CR's inquiries or did not provide answers to questions. And for people who hate flossing with the string, how about a water flosser?
Water flossers like Waterpik work well for removing food debris. And although they may not be quite as effective as string floss at scraping away bacteria, they're a great option for people who dislike string floss or who find it difficult to use.
And remember that the best flossing method is the one that you're going to use regularly. Experts recommend choosing floss coated with natural substances such as beeswax or plant-based waxes. You can also look for floss made with biodegradable materials like silk or cotton. Ladies?
Go.
Thank you, Ivan. Well, we are getting ready for our 3rd annual KSAT Pigskin Classic game, and this year the game is being played for a good cause. So the game between Bernie and Piper will also be the Peanut Butter Bowl.
Yes, so the Peanut Butter Bowl is a fundraiser